What if the motorcycle you're about to see isn't just ahead of its time, but ahead of every motorcycle you've ever known? For a few seconds, forget the names Ducati, Harley-Davidson, BMW, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and Honda. Forget everything you think a motorcycle is supposed to look like, because this machine doesn't just challenge modern design, it completely reimagines it. The first thing that grabs your attention is the overall silhouette. Even standing still, the bike looks like it's moving. The low stance gives it a powerful presence, while the muscular proportions make it feel planted and confident. It has that rare ability to look elegant and intimidating at exactly the same time. Some motorcycles demand respect because of their performance. This one demands attention before you even know what's hiding beneath the bodywork. Then, your eyes land on the matte olive green finish. It's a color you don't often associate with high-end motorcycles, yet somehow it works perfectly. It gives the bike a rugged, military-inspired personality without making it feel rough or unfinished. Paired with the blacked-out engine, frame, and exhaust, the contrast creates a premium stealth appearance. There are no loud graphics, no oversized decals, and no unnecessary chrome. The design lets its shape do all the talking, and that's exactly what makes it so striking. Move toward the front and you'll notice something refreshingly different. Instead of the razor-sharp headlights found on many modern sport bikes, this concept features a large circular LED headlight set inside a bold black housing. It's a fascinating blend of old-school inspiration and futuristic execution. Creating something that feels nostalgic without looking outdated is incredibly difficult, yet this design manages to pull it off with ease. Thick inverted forks complete the front end, giving the bike a muscular, purposeful stance that makes it look ready to conquer any road. But then you notice the wheels, and that's the moment this motorcycle becomes unforgettable. They don't use the traditional spoke design that most riders are familiar with. Instead, they feature a dramatic, honeycomb-inspired pattern that immediately transforms the entire motorcycle into something that feels more like industrial art than conventional transportation. From certain angles, the wheels almost look impossible to manufacture. Whether they would ever make it onto a production bike is another question entirely, but visually, they are breathtaking. They aren't just supporting the motorcycle, they're defining its identity. The bodywork continues that same philosophy. The fuel tank flows with smooth, uninterrupted lines that feel both modern and timeless. Every surface appears carefully sculpted rather than overly complicated. The seat transitions seamlessly into the rear section, creating one continuous shape that feels balanced from front to back. There are no awkward gaps, no unnecessary cuts, and no design elements fighting for attention. Everything works together as one unified vision, and that's something truly great motorcycle design often achieves. At the heart of the concept sits a massive V-twin engine that immediately commands attention. Even if this is only a visual concept, the engine gives the bike a sense of authenticity. Deep cooling fins, exposed mechanical components, and dark finishes create the impression of raw mechanical strength. Motorcycles have always been different from cars in one important way. They proudly display their engineering instead of hiding it. This design embraces that philosophy beautifully. Every bolt, every pipe, and every metal surface becomes part of the visual experience. Running alongside the engine is a pair of matte black exhaust pipes that perfectly match the motorcycle's stealthy personality. They're clean, understated, and purposeful. Instead of relying on oversized chrome tips or flashy styling, the exhaust feels integrated into the overall design. It quietly suggests performance rather than shouting about it, and that restraint somehow makes the entire motorcycle feel even more powerful. One glance at the riding position tells you This machine wasn't imagined simply to get from one place to another. The low seat, wide handlebars, stretched proportions, and massive tires suggest a ride built around confidence and presence. You don't just sit on a motorcycle like this, you become part of its design. Whether you're cruising through the city or parked outside a cafe, it's easy to imagine people stopping to ask the same question. What is that? That's the magic of truly memorable design. Expensive motorcycles turn heads because of their price tag, but this concept captures attention because people simply haven't seen anything like it before.